Hello guys, back again today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time in volume 25. The final couple chapters for the volume, again I'm not sure how to say this one, Qliphoth and Taint. So looking forward to seeing how things are going to end. Love this volume so far, loving this whole arc in general so far. Again, got a very different feel than usual, as I've mentioned every reaction. But it's just so apparent, isn't it? Almost like I wouldn't say it's like a full kind of genre change, but the genre has definitely kind of changed, even though it stayed the same in a weird sense as well. We did end up taking down a couple magical beasts, one being an ogre and the other being the kelpie, which I'll just go over quickly. With the absolute ridiculous power of Scheirke, she got possessed by a water god. Water spirit. Some beautiful scenes here. It's a shame I couldn't use any of these for the thumbnail. I really wanted to fit them in, but they're just too thin. Couldn't put them in. But yeah, she really was one with the water last episode. This is magic. Has guts beheaded the ogre, and Serpico took down the kelpie, although we didn't even see it. I imagine it was just that quick, but we didn't even see it. But unfortunately, she had a little bit of trouble getting out of the possession, and I think we ended off with Casca and Farnese, unfortunately getting taken away by the current, and then unfortunately taken by trolls right at the end. So yeah, got to be looking forward to what happens with them. Like I mentioned last episode, it's quite lucky they didn't just instantly get ravaged, but and they might be a worst fate yet. But do let me know what you guys do think about these final couple chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. Look at that like count, by the way. In the first chapter, the first page of this volume, it was 110 likes, which was the most so far for the chapters in this volume. But I think this next chapter might be the highest liked chapter I've actually seen in the series yet. 148. It's quite a sizable jump. I wonder why that is. It's almost double. It's almost double the last couple of chapters like count. Not that it means all too much likes and other people's opinions, but certainly accounts for something. Popular shows are popular for a reason. Doesn't mean everyone's going to like them. Yeah, let's get right into Qliphoth. It's such a weird word to say. It's definitely Klee. What is off? Off? Is it like a silent H or no? We'll see if we can Google it quickly just before we get in. How to pronounce the... Okay, it's one of the first results that come up. What the fuck is this? Qliphoth. So it's apparently a silent H, it looks like. Qliphoth. Okay, so we figured that out. Qliphoth is how I'll say it. It doesn't seem right, but I'll say that. Also, apologies if there's any background noise. I did just pause and cut the video just to go check on the audio, and there was a little bit of interruption just because I think my neighbour's doing some kind of construction work right now, and it's very loud. Seems to stop every now and then, so hopefully I'll get some bits in during the stoppages. But yeah, let's get right into Qliphoth. Thank you, Mistress Witch. This is nice to see. I was kind of scared they might all shun her for being a witch, but you'd think if she saved your life you'd be thankful, but from what we saw last arc, I think the people in the last arc would have still shunned her. The Great Witch of the Spirit Tree Forest. the saviour of Enoch Village. She's quite overwhelmed. Look at I forget this little one's name. Hopefully I'll get it down eventually. Hey, how in the world can you get to do those amazing things? Covering the church in light, making floods. Be thankful. Eh? Well, I borrowed the powers of angels and spirits. What saved this village were the 4 archangels in your scriptures that guard north, south, east, and west. It's because you guys had that belief. Them and the ones and one who them and one whose shrine was on this land even before your church. A river spirit called the Lady of the Depths. That sounds quite ominous, but she was very nice. Well, I guess you could say she was very nice. There's not much personality there, but she helped out. She possessed us and done a good job. The Depths? I don't know her, but if she's an angel, we pray every day. Oh yes, I heard talk of her from my great-grandpa. She seems long ago there was a shrine to the river god on this hill. The old man remembers. His great-grandpa. Grandpa. Because she had been forgotten for so long, and was then suddenly called upon, the river spirit acted roughly. Okay. Makes sense. So what? They were dumb anyway. Was that what that says? They were dumps anyway. Thus your village saw so much water damage because of my inexperience. That's no concern. Houses can be rebuilt. The fact that we're all still alive is thanks to you. That's not the whole story. The anger inside me towards the villagers allowed it to happen. Understandable as well, considering how we were introduced to the village and told us to go away. Didn't want our help. Very understandable. So that was the circumstances there. Is that true then about the river god acting roughly? Maybe there's a part truth to that, but mostly it was the anger to the villagers. I feel like if you are to be exceptional in this kind of field, you do need to put away those biases sometimes. If you don't get off to the best start with some people, and there's lives to be saved. Sometimes you need to put that away. It's hard. It's much easier said than done. Much easier said than done, but you notice the best do kind of do that. Father, if you could, might you build a small shrine to the river spirit in the western quarter of this plaza? Fair enough. Tolerance, too, is God's teaching. I think that's fair enough that that's created. It literally did save your lives. What an astonishment, though. A child like you makes miracles like that happen. Is magic something anyone can use? Are you going to become a witch or something? Oh, that might be nice. Either way, maybe I'll skin some troll pelts. Wow, that took quite the turn. Personally, I wouldn't want to touch those whatsoever. Okay, have a nice time skinning your troll pelts. Learning magic requires extensive training, but if you want angels and spirits to hear your wishes, there are things anyone can do. Your priest is well acquainted with the way how. Visualize. The figure of the angel in your mind, eh? Poor little Isidro. Didn't get to do much whatsoever. What's wrong, son? Yeah. Leave me alone. What about you, old man? Walking around already? Yeah, I'm a lot better off thanks to that little one. I guess right now, I owe you some thanks. That's good to see. Certainly does. Thanks? From a hero who saved the village? Ugh, cut that out. I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't do anything. I can't do anything. I just make noise and run in circles. I'm a kid. Everyone's felt like this, haven't they? I just want to be an adult. I just want to do adult things. As strong as an adult. But when you get there, you're like, I want to go back. I want to go back to being a kid. No responsibilities. Such. I think we all understand this. Ah, yes. There was something I wanted to pass along. What's this? My old man won it in a bet with a sailor long ago. Being smaller, it should be easier for you to handle. So there's a nice little pirate sword here. Pretty cool. Maybe a sword that Isidro can actually kind of use well. Well, that's nice of you. Morgan. There we go. I have to filter through a few names. You sure? Heck, I tossed it up into the rafters. Think of it as a parting gift from the old to the young. I remembered why I wandered into the forest that time. I ran away from this village work, my ailing mother, from all those weighty, troublesome things. I think it goes with what I just mentioned about the young and the old and the responsibility and the lack of the wanting of responsibility as a man as well, and as a woman, of course, in a different way during this age, of course, but much more similar in our kind of time period. Yeah, I think this very much goes hand in hand with what I just mentioned. I ran away. Dreams are funny things. They can make for courageous challenges, but also opportune escapes. If, at that time, I hadn't met her, I wonder what I'd have done. Which of the two is your dream? Another old story to try and sway the young. That's why I can't stand old people. Listen, old man. I told you, mine's an ambition. It's on a different level than that warm and fuzzy kiddie dream stuff you talk about. I think that answers the question. I think it is hopefully a courageous challenge. I'll prove it. And mine's the real deal. I do like that sword with him. It looks fitting, doesn't it? That being said, I'll gladly take this. That was nice. Especially after the last conversation those two had. How is he? It's nothing fatal, but he can't move right away. The efficiency of the spell still has not totally left this church. Is that efficiency? No. Efficacy. It looks like efficiency. I'm definitely not saying that right. What is it with all these? What is it with this? What language even is that? Came up when I was typing in Qliphoth as well. The ability to produce a desired or intended result. So yeah, the efficacy sounds alright. None of it sounds normal, but the efficacy of the spell still is not. It would be a K if it was efficacy, wouldn't it? So I don't know. The efficiency is what I'm going to say. It seems to fit as well. The efficiency of the spell still not has totally left this church. If you spend the night, your wound should heal. However, we haven't the time to wait. Please go right away. Lady Farnese is in your care. Well, he looks absolutely thrilled for that to be the case, doesn't he? He's been looking slightly different recently, hasn't he? I'm not sure if you guys notice. No, I don't know. He has been looking slightly different recently. Facial wise as well. Well, it's not really face wise, but I feel like his neck's thicker. Just a slightly different shape. A lot more akin to some of the stuff I've seen like on Twitter. Images. There's always quite a distinction between looks like this sometimes and looks like the one up there. I don't know how to explain it. Before I started reading, I'd see like panels of guts looking more like this than any other kind of depiction I'd seen. We'll be back. Samani up there. I'll be back. I'll do a horrible impression. We'll be back. Old. There's that lingering bit of Guts' cape. Isidro. Go on, Isidro. Go help him. Hey, don't just stand there. We'll leave you. I can't believe you need to be told this, Isidro. Or you just hop on and get going. That tells me that he is at least contemplating a bit what old man Morgan said. Usually, like I said, I'd expect him to just get up and go. Get involved. But the last couple of times he has done that, it's not ended too great, so understandable. It's slightly similar to Guts, not quite as deep what Guts' kind of mindset is in right now, but everyone's in a bit of confusion right here, a bit of finding themselves, finding their place, aren't they? Everyone. Farnese. You could say Casca. I mean, she's always lost. So, yeah, Casca. Scheirke, of course. Serpico. Though we haven't seen too much of it, he's just kind of following Farnese. They're kind of on a journey together. But yeah, everyone. Isidro, everyone in this wandering group. Again, I can't remember what the name for them was. It was like the Wandering Group or something like that. Yeah, everyone here is literally wandering. The travelling party, I think it was. I feel like the Wandering Group actually does fit even better. Because like I said, they are all kind of wandering, trying to find their place, trying to figure themselves out. In a bit of a confusing mind place. Travelling party. I think that's the next stage, isn't it? The wandering group to the travelling party. You sure they're in this direction? I'm following the residual thoughts of the trolls. There is no mistake. Residual? Hey, why'd you turn down the villagers' offer to lend a hand? Weren't women and children from the village taken to this troll's den? Because they would be a hindrance. You two do your best to watch out too. Oh really? Is that so? Ass. Dumb. Positively shaking over there. You really gotta let that slide. Fuck. Besides, nothing says the remaining trolls will not attack the village again. I said that wrong, but it's the same thing. I cannot take away more from what flew. Sorry. I cannot take away more from what few of them are left. At least we could have borrowed some wind goods from Scheirke. Then I could have been a hurricane puck. What would happen if we were to combo them? If Isidro took the wind and had the fire, surely that would be like what's it called? A vortex or a tornado of fire. That seemed like it would be pretty damn powerful. What is this? Is that just Puck wearing a dress? But it would have been nice to see Puck with some powers as well. That would have been cool. It's not quite possible. Once the owner of the fetish is established, the spirits are not likely to grant their powers to another. I guess that just puts to bed what I just said. I'm the wind leader. Besides, Scheirke seems to have become firmly attached to the sylphs. Hey, have you picked up on any more of the thoughts from them? Well, not yet. I have called to them many times, but they seem to be unconscious. Well, aren't they easygoing? What do you mean by that? What is easygoing about being knocked out? But they are alright. I cannot sense any disturbances in their odd as caused by harm to them. As long as they wear those silver shirts, it is impossible for the trolls to touch them directly. Oh, okay. Yeah, look, some of you guys might be a little bit pissed off about me keep forgetting about that. So that's the reason why the trolls didn't just disintegrate them instantly and took them instead. Took them on the tree / wooden kind of pillars that they put over their shoulders and carried them on because they couldn't directly touch them, I imagine. I keep forgetting about those special magical bits of armor that Casca and Farnese were given, understandably because they are underneath their clothing, but should remember that. I'll try and remember that in the future. Apologies. But that also takes away the possibility of the other thing I was thinking the trolls were trying to do. Make more trolls. You know though, haven't the surroundings been getting gradually weirder since back there, sorry? It's like the complete opposite of when we got into the Witcher's mansion. Yeah, really. Wait. What is this stuff? Sorry about that. What is that? Looks like someone kind of... Do you guys see this? It's like two little legs at the bottom. One kind of crossed over the other. A bit of a tubby kind of belly and then like two little arms. Like kind of like a bit of a JoJo's pose or something. I doubt it's going to be that. Oh wow, it's actually quite similar to what it looked like. I thought they were arms, but it turns out that's a nose on the left. And an ear on the right. But a belly. This is like a baby troll. Looks quite cute actually. I wasn't too wrong. Yeah, what is this? Do you reckon it's like a baby troll, or is this like some kind of new creature? And giant ass nose. This would be a part of my race. What? What? But face? And it looks like a beheaded, doesn't it? It looks slightly like a beheaded. If it didn't have legs. Leave it to me, please. Bloom. Me? Me. Cute little thing. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Holy shit. Oh my god, that looks cool as hell. Okay, we'll get onto that in a sec. What was that? Face? Face? Face man. A spirit creature. Might make a good pet. It probably would make a pretty cute pet. Yes. Just as I feared. Really? I think the thing's laughable. I also do think it is laughable, but I'm not sure she's talking about that. As you feared? This is the world. Sorry, this is the astral world, and not a very nice part. Huh, so how does this happen then? How do we just wander from the human woods into the astral world as a group? I'm not really sure how things like that work. Got these little crabs, got horrible faces on them. There's a horrible face of something here. It's like a little centipede. Loads of eyes. Got some slugs. Some slug men. Plenty of cool stuff here. Again, you guys know I like my insects. The last time we had some insect stuff was with during the Jill and Rosine part. This thing looks cool. Not sure what it is. Looks like a Quagsire from Pokemon, but evil. Clodsire, should I say? These just look like normal kind of sea life. But the trees have got eyes just poking out of them. Some more normal snails here. The little shells. This thing looks cool as hell. This looks like a little bit like a what do they call them in Alien again? Facehugger. Looks a little bit like a facehugger. As you got another one. I really like this shot here of it. It's like legs kind of crawling out, eyeball just poking out the top. That looks like one of those, I forget what they're called, but one of those dream things that we've seen a few times. Right here in the middle we got this ugly thing. Just like an old man on a slug. And then this. I really like the expression of the mouth there. Ah, fuck. My bad. Yeah, hell of a shot here. The astral world's region of darkness. Qliphoth. There's plenty of eyes and stuff in the background, it looks like as well. Shining brightly. But yeah, really awesome shot right here. The astral world's region of darkness. Qliphoth. The vast extent of the astral world comprises many regions, each with its own characteristic atmosphere. The ethereal bodies tend to gravitate towards odds of the same nature. Warm odds would be drawn towards warmth. Conversely, this place here, the darkness where hearts steeped in darkness congregate, that is Qliphoth. Yeah, they are those things that we've seen a few times. No, this is nice. These are mushroom heads. That's pretty cool. Ah, that's really cute actually. You know, probably scary way to a lot of people, a giant tarantula. But quite a cute face actually. Looks quite scared. Just pet it. Look at the old man frog with human hands and legs. Wood lice. Yeah, a few things creeping in and out of the branches, but I really like this stuff. Really cool. Really cool stuff right here. Normally this could not happen. The astral and the physical world so distinctly overlapping each other. That's what's gone on here. They're just overlapped so much. We just easily kind of seamlessly walked between the two. Trolls and ogres, elves and spirit creatures. Ethereal life forms are being perceived by humans almost as if they had physical bodies. Yeehaw! It's such a cute little thing. What is this doing here? This should go on the other side, right? This should go on the nice, happy, fairy, fun side. Get this out of the dark side. Oh, apologies, guys. At least my neighbours stopped bloody banging. But now my allergies are kicking in. Oh god. They were originally inhabitants of our mental world, in nocturnal dreams and fantasies. If they were to end up existing in the physical world. This is another really cool shot here. This is another really awesome little shot here. You see a little Pinocchio man as this kid dreams. I imagine this is his dreams looking out into the kind of some of the darkness he dreams about. This looks like the little elf girl. So yeah, it's just a little envision of what a kid dreams about, and then that moving over to the astral world and such. Then what? What'll happen? We'd make a killing if we trained that. That looks like I fell over. I do not know. But the world would be transformed. No. Perhaps it has already started happening. With the appearance of a certain person. We haven't spoken about this at all, have we? The first time we met Scheirke, she was spying on Qliphoth. And that is an existence that came right out of the astral world, isn't it? It went from the human world to that world, and then back again. That just hyped that up even more. And that is the final page of this chapter. Again, I've got no idea why this. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this chapter. It had some brilliant stuff in, but I've got no idea why it's got double the likes every other chapter has. It's got some really cool stuff in there, though. Maybe that's why. Just the creativeness of some of these creatures and these shots like this is just beautiful. I love stuff like that. This shot here as well. This was absolutely beautiful. But it's not got a kind of crazy major moment, if you know what I'm saying. Where you'd usually expect the majority to like stuff like that, like someone dying or something of the like. Obviously we've got Isidro and his new little sword, but nice little ending panel here. Do you reckon Qliphoth? Oh, I'm always doing that. Do you reckon Guts knows who she's talking about there? Probably. He always gets that little. He's always quite quick with that. But yeah, we haven't even discussed that yet. We haven't seen too much of Qliphoth and his crew in the last couple of volumes, have we? as we get right into the final chapter of this volume. Probably going to have a little sneak peek at the cover of the next volume as well. Maybe look at the titles as well. I just can't help myself with that kind of stuff. But we've got Taint. Some more lovely faces. Oh, look at these little stick men. You know what, this kind of reminds me of back in like, I think like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Not sure if you guys were as big of a fan. It was massive during these days, but like stickmen fighting on YouTube. They used to have these really awesome videos of stickmen just fighting, like being hitmen and stuff, and used to really like that. I remember downloading like a whole animation thing myself and trying to make stickman fights and stuff. Found that quite fun, but this kind of reminds me of that a little bit here with all these twig faces. I used to be really into Pokemon sprite mixing as well. I know for a fact it was Generation 4. So what was that, like 2000, like late 2000s? You'd end up just like taking, go on Paint and just taking 2 Pokemon, just mixing them together with their pixels. It was quite easy. I used to love doing stuff like that. This place looks, honestly, I know this is like the dark side, but this place looks cool as hell. I know a lot of people would probably hate it here, especially people that are like, what's the phobia for insects? I don't know what it's called. Google that. Insect phobia, you'd think, but who really knows? Entomorphobia. Yeah, it's always something like super complex like that, or it's always what you'd just think it'd be called. But entomophobia. You don't really hear about that one too much. Usually it is about like specific insects, isn't it? But yeah, people that are that way inclined would hate this place, but honestly, there's so much cool stuff here. There's like so much of it as well. Every scene you look at is something new. Like, look at this, it's like that, hundreds of fingers. That's really awesome. But there's like floating ghosts as well. This looks like something out of Silent Hill right here. This place looks so cool. I need to stop saying that, but it just does, doesn't it? Now that my eyes are adjusted, this place is swarming with crazy stuff, and I'm used to it. I'll say. As you see Puck ride an eyeball. None of this stuff seems very aggressive or anything, so let's just have fun here. This is it. Yeah, it's just absolute treat after treat, this place, isn't it? Look at this one, stands out to me the most. First of all, of course, we've got a little mantine here. This little stick insect demon thing. I funnily enough found a stick insect myself a couple of days ago. First time I've ever seen one in real life. It looked really cool. They're hard to spot, obviously, but it was on my white door, so it was really easy to see. Jesus, look at that thing. It's like an angler. Super disturbing angler. And that is the bottom of the mantines. Again, looking a bit like a face hugger. These spiders look horrible. The tarantula actually looked really nice. This one is horrible. Got a random mouth there. A couple eyeballs. I think these are always the spiders I'm most scared of. The one with the huge butts. like a little bit like a Black Widow. Got huge butts. Look at this little thing. Like a little brain crab. That looks cute as hell as well. Another very ugly face here. More of those hand things, finger things. This thing looks really awesome. Not sure what it is. It looks a bit like a centipede, millipede, lobster type thing. Yeah, this thing here looks really cool. This is just chompers from Mario, right? Except they've got no chompers. God, there's so much to discover here. It's like a far less disturbing version of the Eclipse, honestly, where there's just like so many awesome demons surrounding all the shots. There's just so much to look at. It's kind of similar to that, but this one in a more cutesy way. And the couple we've already seen up here. Inside here is the Troll's Den. Okay. Looks like even more bad news. Casca. Oh, try calling them again. Where? Oh right, Casca. Oh. Looks like she's remembering. Farnese. Casca. That's really cool how that's drawn, isn't it? Like an emergency. Scheirke. Oh, thank goodness. Finally, I reached you. Are you both unharmed? Yes. Incidentally, where in the world? The air is stagnant. Oh. That is pretty horrible, isn't it? You wake up and you just get an eyeball come out of the water and look at you like that. My pretty. Yeah, that was about the reaction you expect. Oh wow, again, what an absolute treat we're getting with this stuff, by the way. The world building and settings in general in this is just insane. But I love this stuff. Apologies. Really getting my eyes today. Okay, these ones look a bit more horrible. Screaming out like they're in agony. No, look at this shit. Especially like this little guy. Look at those chompers. Jesus. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, man. This is ruthless. This is so sick. So it looks like there's a few bodies down here, and they end up kind of turning into these things. So that makes a lot of sense. But wow, again, just look at this setting. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? My God. Like, I really liked the Witch's Tree, but I think this setting might be even better. I like this. I love this kind of stuff. As you see, a fair few dead bodies, all women. Is circumstantial. How cute these little guys are on the left here. You could see your kid like dressing up like this for Halloween, couldn't you? Like burst out of the woman. And I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it seems to be a few like alien references. But this one chomping on another dead body here. These guys. And like lobsters spawning off faces. Oh, look at this guy as well. And everywhere you look, there's something awesome. Lady's just becoming part of the setting. And there's the eyeball. Okay. Again, what a setting this has been so far. Yeah. That's the shock right there, literally. Whoa. What's wrong? Farnese's odd is suddenly disturbed. It seems she was shocked by the surrounding scene. Yeah, I'd say that. You know what? I think Isidro's weapon might just be quite good in this environment, actually. Anyway, let us hurry. Farnese, please calm down. As long as you wear the silver shirts, no harm will come to you. Fucking petrified, understandably. Easy for you to say. Casca, climb! Quickly! Ugh. Oh, they made it scurry away. They're not going to hurt you, Farnese. Just let them be. Again, the best thing to do there is probably just to stay still, right? Oof. And it's not like there's going to not be surrounding you at all times. There's always going to be these weird creatures around you in this place, I think. So, yeah. Are you alright? Yes. It was nothing. A relieved hug between the two. That's really cute, isn't it? A thump. It's always really annoying when the sun does this. It's grey as hell 20 minutes ago, raining, terrible weather, and now it's really orange and sunny outside, so I do wonder what my face cam colour looks like right now. Not going to check, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's not too bright. I'm wielding a blade for the sake of protecting someone else. You sure are, Farnese. Your responsibility. You matter, you're important. You're not being useless right now. like I said, everyone's kind of dealing with this stuff. Well, I like the name the Wandering Group. What is this beast right here, though? What? Uff. More. Oh my god. So I was almost a little bit right about them reproducing. I was thinking, I didn't mention it at the time, but I was thinking it was actually more likely that they reproduce with others of the same kind, what you'd kind of expect, other trolls. But I was going to actually mention, but I did mention that they take them there to reproduce. But I was kind of doubting myself. But no, it looks like I was on the right track. We are the trolls are raping. Oh, that's a horrible shot on the right there. My god. Is that what I think it is? I don't know. It is what I think it is, I think. But these women are conscious, right? This is just nasty. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. Oh, what the? Please remain calm. Don't move from there. Poor woman. Bloody hell. Don't attract their attention. Are they reproducing, or are they just having sex with them? From this, it looks like he's just raped her and then just chucked her and killed her. I was kind of thinking again, maybe a bit like an alien situation where they reproduce inside that of a living being, this one being a human. And then they offspring come from the woman, burst out their chest or something. Just chop the bitch out. Okay. Into the plenty of creatures looking for a nice little meal. Lovely. Help. Help. Oh god. Oh, this took a turn, didn't it? Just gonna make a note now so I don't forget. Censor this episode. Sometimes I do forget because I upload these a week later than I record them, so sometimes by the time I get to actually uploading it, I forget to edit it in the meantime. I actually deleted my censor notes because I hadn't used them for a long time. Berserk chapters 25 chapters. Was this chapter 11? 10? Yeah, quite a bit of censoring to do. Again, the YouTube doesn't seem to mind the boobs all that much. It's more the peni looking stuff it really doesn't like. Go. No. Stop. Is this an alien situation right here? Is she about to give birth to some trolls? Yeah. What happened? What's going on here? Guts? That's a really cool shot. I love the mouth like this as well. It's a really awesome scene right there, but yeah. Holy fuck, what the hell? Jesus Christ. And it's a bit of a shame I'm going to have to censor some of this, but what the fuck? This is what they look like when they're born? Absolute mess. Like one of them's got an arm coming out of his mouth. Looks like they're like born from the intestines. Ugh. Really cool, disturbing shot, but yeah, fucking up. Ah. And that is it. Ah, lovely end. What a wholesome end that was. Let's read some comments quickly. I don't think we read any comments from the last chapter. We'll read some comments from the last chapter as well quickly. Doesn't seem like there's too much interesting there actually. Wow, yeah, that was quite the disturbing end. Some beautifully horrific shots in there, but that was rough. That was rough. Fuck's sake, can I stop doing that? There we go. Here's the right scroller. Yeah, just another day for the women in Berserk. How long have these women been down here? The question. Okay, not too much interest in the comments here either, but yeah, really awesome couple chapters here again. Very disturbing end, but love the setting and the little creatures are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? But yeah, looking forward to seeing us experience more of this in the next volume. Really interesting cover here. Oh, why? I don't think we've ever seen this before, have we? I'm not sure. Maybe early on, but I don't remember, especially as of late, us using a white background for cover. Yeah, just a nice little shot of guts all bloodied up. Wow. Yeah, wow. So, what is going on here? It looks like the real armor that Guts wears. If you notice, like this looks like a bit of shoulder blade armor. In fact, that looks a hell of a lot like his shoulder blade armor. But I can't imagine he's going to be getting any new armor in this volume. It could, maybe towards the end. But just judging from where we left off this chapter, I feel like this is definitely more of that dark spirit. What I've hyped up quite a lot. The fox spirit of darkness that kind of gathers all that darkness around Guts, and this is more of a metaphorical bit of armor, but also we did notice that around Guts' sword there was some kind of dark power Scheirke saw, so maybe it might actually grant him like a physical new bit of armor to use during those moments where he does go berserk. So again, maybe this is like a mixture between that kind of fox spirit and his current armor, or again maybe it's more of a metaphorical kind of look to his kind of being, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this looks cool as hell. It's obviously got those fox eyes, I think that's clear. That looks pretty fucking badass, doesn't it? Oh, they've done this in the last volume as well. They had a really quite horrific shot right next to a really cute and wholesome, really nicely drawn, kind of softly drawn shot, which was actually quite similar to this one. This is really cute. Everyone eating some apples. Serpico paying. And I've actually seen this before. Guts, he's got a white streak in his hair. I've seen a shot of him with that before I started reading the manga. That's a bit of a trope, isn't it? The first character I think of with that is Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. She gets a bit of a white streak in her hair. I think there's a few final girls and horror kind of women icons that get that. But again, the first one I think of is Nancy Thompson. Yeah, let's have a little look at what chapters we can look forward to seeing here. We've got Retribution, so obviously we're still in the same arc. Retribution and Redemption, Vicinity of the Netherworld, or Princess of the Uterine Sea. That sounds horrible. that whole reaction here sounds pretty horrible. Vicinity of the Netherworld and Whore Princess of the Uterine Sea. Lovely. Then we've got Companions and Claw Marks, The Blaze Part 1 and 2, and the Berserker Armor Parts 1 and 2, which I imagine is going to be covering the armor that we just saw. Can't wait for that. Looks like this volume is going to have a lot of promise. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do let me know what you guys did think about these chapters down in the comment section. Also, do let me know if you haven't read ahead, or if you have as well, what you kind of expect in the upcoming volume. Again, seems like there's going to be a lot of really awesome stuff here. Almost looks like kind of dark tears here as well. So maybe something really bad does happen in this in the astral world right now. But again, let me know what you guys did think about these down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. I'll be back next time with the first couple chapters of volume 26. So see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.